massage. Jones barbecue and foot massage. Better come down here, get some of this shit. You like to eat? America loves to eat. So why not open up somewhere America can sit down, enjoy a meal, and get the...
Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, Vince Busa, we are back. We had the draft. Richie's got an injured player already. Andrew Luck retired. Kev's trying to trade for guys who aren't going to play. Danny still doesn't have a kicker. It is officially BFFL season. I'm here with my boy, no longer Pittsburgh Bleck. Bleck, how are you?
I'm good. Here to all the fans out there.
And I'm also here with my boy, Daniel, fuck Crummy Emery.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
He's playing the dark villain role right now, Danny.
We got crickets in the background and shit. We're out here live from the deck. And we're going to get right on into it. We'll start off with a nice little draft recap. Daniel, I'll let you take this one. Who do you think had the best draft or one of the best drafts?
So I'm going with Richie for best draft.
Wow.
Just because he didn't
pick Dez.
Didn't pick Dez, and B, his team's alright. I mean, it's. I think they gave him a high grade, but his team's alright. I mean, he'll probably finish, a game above 500.
So you think he had the best draft, but you're also thinking he's going to finish one game
Well,
above
I don't
500?
think his management skills are going to hold up.
Because he doesn't have real life or GM skills like you.
Yeah.
All right.
Real life skills.
Perfectly put.
What about you, Black? Anybody's draft stand out to you as one of the best drafts or one of the better drafts?
I'm gonna have to say my opponent this week, Kev.
Nice.
Kev Wright, we understand that thinking isn't always a strong suit, but
Certainly not.
I don't know if he went with the feelings or the guts, what they call instincts, but just had a really good draft. Patty Mahomes gonna be slinging it. David Johnson and Todd Gurley are not gonna be scoring any touchdowns in week 1, but they are good duo there. Two good duo. I really just kind of like it. It's all good throughout. It's also fuck New England and Tom
Definitely.
Brady. But God say he did his thing in the draft.
So you're going to say pretty much he's going to get spanked week 1, but then, pretty nice season after that, and maybe recover after his week 1 loss.
Yeah, see him in the playoffs and beat him again. It is what it is.
Nice.
Let me quick elaborate on Richie's team a little bit.
Okay, let's hear it.
Now, just because I'm looking at it now, and Kamara and Mack and Ertz, like that's a good core, and then with Thielen and Rodgers, he could. I see him playing his team all year, but like I said, I just don't see him having management skills to keep it up. Like I'll probably trade him 5 or 6 picks for Zach Ertz at the end of the year. So
Nice, and you'll lose in the chip again.
and then more than likely.
All right. Anybody's draft stick out to you guys as a bad draft or the worst draft?
Go ahead, Black. What you got?
Definitely gonna have to go with Wacky.
Wacky boy.
As everybody would know him. I don't know if you ever heard of this guy Eddie Lacy, but had one of those drafts going on.
You did.
Just gonna have to go down because he does have he has a nice solid big 3 right there. He has Deshaun Watson, DeAndre Hopkins. He got Nuke there, so and then also you got Travis Kelce. Got a good team to kind of build around. But after there, big drop off. Michael Gallup, go Birds.
Yeah, as it goes, definitely a crummy pick.
Yeah.
That's about all I got to say about that. Derrick Henry, definitely a wacky pick right there. And also, Sony, bless you, Daniel. But Sony Michel, shares a backfield with like $300 running backs, so not the biggest, fantasy guy.
I think he has like all 3 of the New England running backs too.
He has Rex Burkhead.
He has Rex Burkhead.
I got one of them.
I told Danny as a joke to draft Rex Burkhead, and Wacky really did.
Wacky actually drafted him. He's probably owned in
bless
about 1% of fantasy leagues.
Yeah, and also Damian Harris. He's Damian Harris. Crazy.
Is he turned into like Kev? Is he a New England guy?
We'll find out next podcast.
Who, Wacky?
Wacky. Find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Just a happy guy, man.
Happy guy. He is happy.
He's
He's got a lot of good things going on. We'll touch more on Jackie later in the pod.
We're going to have to have a whole separate podcast about Jackie.
About Wacky's happiness.
So I don't want to pick.
We're happy for you, Wacky.
I don't want to pick the obvious, but I'm only going to pick them because I expect them to have a good draft, and I guess they got a nice little core, a lot of Eagles, but it's Carter's Killers. I just remember a couple reaches, but I mean their team's better than usual. I want to fry Jack and Dave, but I mean just had a lot of picks. Could have done a little bit more.
Better with the picks.
You
Yeah, not a bad roster overall, but it could have been better with the amount of picks. You're right about that.
Not a bad team is one of the best teams that I remember of them, but just had a lot of picks there,
Definitely. You also got to give a shout out to whoever picked Andrew Luck. Definitely, rest in peace to that pick.
Well, yeah, Tommy.
Tommy grabbed them.
Yeah,
Sorry, Tom.
in like the ninth round, I remember eyeing him up. Tommy grabbed him. I tried hitting him up about trading for him
before or after
like
the
a day or two before.
Okay.
And we didn't even talk about nothing. I was just like, yo, like I'm interested in him, and then I was like, never
Definitely pause.
Yeah,
Pause.
definitely pause. But I was like, yeah, not no more.
Like, the thought of being on your team was enough to drive him into retirement. He heard he was going to get traded.
You're saying it's my fault?
It might be your fault. As far as the value picks in the draft, the ones at least I can remember off the top of my head, I know Bleck got Tom Brady super late. Fuck Tom Brady, fuck Kev, but definitely a steal. I think Rocco got Corey Davis in like the 12th or 13th round. Pretty solid for, number one wideout on his team. Any other value picks you guys can think of? I feel like there wasn't a whole lot of steals. I guess we'll see later in the season. But
I think I did. I can't name them off the bat, but like I got Josh Gordon way late.
yeah,
I got James White way late.
Another guy shares the backfield like 300 people.
It's all right.
Josh Gordon will probably never play
It's
again.
a half a PPR league. Like he can catch 45, 50 balls a year, and that's going to be.
Yeah, so that's going to take his points from like 6 to 8.
Trash. Still trash.
Yeah.
All right, keep sleeping, guys. This for the whole league. Keep sleeping. Go ahead.
All
right, I can do that.
Well, enough about the draft. We'll jump into the Week 1 previews. And first up, we have me, Duffy's Degenerates, taking on Richie's squad. Like I said, Richie definitely got a good squad. I got a couple of guys in my roster who might not even be playing Week 1. Definitely including AJ Green. He's pretty much out. And then who knows with Melvin Gordon. The projections right now got us pretty much neck and neck, 120.8 to 120.7. I think the guys that stand out from Richie's team are obviously Zach Ertz. You figure he's going to start the season off hot, especially because a lot of the Birds haven't played in preseason. So Carson's obviously comfortable with Zach Ertz, so he'll throw him some passes.
Get warmed up.
Definitely. Anybody else you see making a difference on either one these two teams?
Yeah, I was thinking about this today. I think Lamar Jackson is going to light up Miami like crazy. I think they're going to light them up. But like you said, you don't even know who's going to be playing on your team.
No.
And I already said Richie's got a pretty solid team. So that's a good matchup.
Definitely.
Wow, close projections right now.
Anybody standing out for you, Black, from those two teams in Week 1?
Yeah, I feel like James Conner's going to have a good game. James Conner for
I
Duffy,
could definitely use that.
Yeah.
Who they matched up with Week 1?
Who, Steelers?
Yeah.
New England.
New England, I think it's a primetime matchup.
Prime
I
time
like them having a
matchup,
good
yeah.
game, too, definitely.
That's what I'm saying. You have them seeing like one receiving touchdown and like half receiving, half rushing yards. Have like a big primetime game. You definitely see that happening.
Take it.
That's gonna be a big
a couple
matchup.
catches from him, too. That'd be key.
Be a big matchup.
What's the cricket thing about all this?
He's been
said-
spouting the whole time.
He's quiet all of a sudden.
Oh,
Called him
that's
out.
crazy.
Called him out. He got quiet.
Yeah, he started rapping.
So who you guys taking Week 1 between me and Richie?
Wow, I didn't even think about this. I'm gonna take Richie.
Richie, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Richie.
I understand. I feel like it's hard.
I'm gonna have to go with Duff.
Okay.
I said James Conner, Kyle Rudolph. I feel like he's going to have like 80 in a touchdown. I feel like he's going to have a big game. Kirk's going to be slinging it out the rip.
Kirk will probably be showing him how to run routes and shit.
Yeah. Melvin Gordon would definitely help, but I feel like somehow
definitely
I feel like
would.
he pulled out.
If Melvin Gordon is listening, and the holdout, bro, I definitely could use you.
Yeah, if anybody got pulled too, it's me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
definitely. That's your boy.
I think
Definitely my guy.
he's going to. I think
so?
he's going to be there Week 1 or 2.
Why not, dude? Might as well tackle
I'll say that. If Melvin Gordon plays Week 1, I take home the
Yeah.
W. If
Sure.
not, Richie wins. I'm typically a slow starter anyway, so Richie could take the Week 1. Next up, we got a huge Week 1 rival matchup between Wacky and Big Jack and Dave. There's a lot of history between these two guys, and who do you guys like in Week 1? What players stand out for you guys from either one of their teams?
Well,
I
right
don't
now,
wanna be biased.
right now we're at a 1-point projection.
Yeah.
We're 1-point projection difference.
Okay.
I didn't even realize this matchup was happening.
Yeah, it's big time.
This is awesome.
It'll be the second biggest matchup of week 1, honestly.
I'm gonna say Carter's Killers.
Okay.
I mean their whole team's looking good. When you look from top to bottom, I mean the whole team is just better.
Yeah, I think their starting lineup definitely is better.
You know, I mean there's not even a debate here. I think.
Yeah, I like Aaron Jones to kick off week 1 early.
Yeah.
See him catching some passes from Rodgers, maybe rushing a touchdown. He started out on Thursday night, and Carter's Killers kind of holds that lead all the way throughout the week.
And not to sound biased, but I feel like that Wentz Alshon connection is going to be great.
Definitely,
doubt.
yeah,
No
definitely.
doubt.
Just especially because Peterson comes from that Andy Reid tree of coaching. He got some wild shit playing for week 1. He got some
definitely.
wild shit.
But listen to Wacky's week 1 start lineup. Besides the good players, he's got Michael Gallup in there, Derrick Henry, who knows what's going on with that dude. Same thing goes for Sony Michel and Cortland Sutton. I mean, I could probably build a better team off the waiver wire right now. So.
Yeah, I think I like Carter's Killers in that one too. Maybe like a 10 to 15 point victory. I think that sounds pretty fair. I like Bleck's pick of Alshon too. I can see Deshaun kind of opening things up, and then Jeffrey finishing in the red zone. Maybe grab a touchdown, maybe 2. And
Sounds about right.
big win for the Birds, obviously.
Yeah,
And a big
yeah.
win for Carter's Killers in the crew.
It's a no doubt win.
No doubt win.
No doubt in my mind that the Birds are going to win that at least.
And Carter's Killers too.
I'll say the same about them.
Same with them. Black, who you like in that matchup to take home the W?
Carter's Killers.
Carter's Killers.
100%.
All right, so clean sweep across the board. All 3 of us picking Carter's Killers. Wacky, if he still gives a fuck about the league, he will not like to hear that. That takes us to our third matchup. We got Ricky Boy. Pretty solid draft from Ricky. And your best friend here, Daniel, Vince Busa. And the RMD Reggie Smokers taking on the Zoids. Who stands out in this matchup? What players you guys like in this one?
Go ahead, Buck. What do you think?
Hold on, let me bring up the tail of the tape.
Bring it up.
Here. Well, first question, is Cam Newton dead?
And his leg is dead, I think.
Yeah. So is he playing?
I think he's right. I think he's gonna play week 1, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he's gonna be very immobile. So
Yeah.
Phil Rivers gonna be slinging it. I think he wins a match up there. Rocco. Got Juice and Ty. Ty has to ball out for Andrew Luck this year though, so he's gonna be a man on a mission.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna have a good week 1.
He's got to put on for his boy, definitely.
Juju definitely beating up Cooper Kupp over there. Now, who's better out of Saquon and Christian McCaffrey though? That shit's
Wow, yeah, that's like 1A, 1B right there. Fuck Saquon because he's on the Giants.
You're only going to be dealing
He
with
is a
one.
beast.
crazy. Yeah.
He's only going to have one of them starting, so.
What you talking about?
McCaffrey. Zeke ain't going to be playing week 1, so it don't even matter.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to.
That's what I was going to
Who's
say.
Rocco's RB2?
He's got
Philip
Lindsay.
Phil Lindsay.
Yeah,
Nice. And
solid.
where's the flex matchup at?
Devontae Freeman versus Damian Williams.
Ooh, that's a good matchup too,
Good
actually.
matchup, yeah. Even the Birds' defense in Cleveland's gonna be very close, but with Zeke not playing, I'm gonna probably have to go with my pick at least on the Rocco side for that one. Takes a week, win week 1.
You taking Rocco week 1?
Take the win, Rocco.
That's what I was saying.
You're taking
what I
Rocco
say.
week 1 too? I like it too. I think they're close in a lot of areas. I think Zeke's not going to be playing week 1, and I think I like Juju to be the difference maker there. I think AB's been talking shit. I think he's got a lot to prove this year. Dude's a beast. If I fuck with Juju, I feel like he carries Rocco to the W.
Question is, what kind of helmet will Juju be wearing this year?
Probably one that's regulated by the league, I would think. Antonio Brown, maybe not as much.
That's your man's AB, Dames?
Oh, man.
That's your boy? You condone this?
Yeah.
That's what they do in your organization?
I support him just like the Raiders organization.
Well, Tyreek beats up his baby mom and shit.
Yeah.
Right, so
And it's
look at yourself before you look at me, huh?
It's true.
cool.
That's true.
That's the only move I've ever made.
fine.
I historically have a very clean slate. So
How
I
many
don't hear
domestic
shit.
violators do I have on my team? Probably more than I know, but
You had AP, right?
only none of them been
Have
charged.
you had AP?
I don't got EP.
I got
Have
I
you?
actually have AP
No,
this year.
You never had AP?
No.
Oh, you're a
Never in the
sissy. You don't
history of
need-
fantasy. He
That's why
definitely
you
had
said
it. He's a
I know
fraud.
I did.
Yeah.
He's a fraud.
You're trash at fantasy. You never had AP, bro.
All right, but we'll take a quick break, and then we'll get back to talk about the rest of the matchups and some more shit coming up.